In this question, we are given that a telephone station has X number of processors. So we have that the number of processors is X, and each of which it can process a maximum of Y calls at a particular time, and we have that X and Y is greater than 0. We are given that 500 calls are sent to the station at a particular time. Can the station process all of the calls? Now, if there are one processor which process Y calls, then two processors can process 2Y number of calls, and in the question we are given that there are X number of processors, so it can process XY number of calls. And the question stem asks us that if 500 calls can be processed, so we have to check if the value of XY is greater than or equal to 500. So this is the rephrased question. We now move on to step 2 and analyze the statement 1. In statement 1, we have that X is equal to 600. Now, we are not given any information about Y, but do not make this mistake of marking the statement 1 to be insufficient, because at the bare minimum, what can be the value of Y? So the telephone station at the bare minimum needs to have at least one processor. So the value of Y, the minimum value of Y can be equal to 1. In this case, the product of XY is equal to 600, which is greater than or equal to 500. So we can say that statement 1 is sufficient. And from the given options, we can eliminate options B, C and E. We now check the sufficiency of statement 2. Now in statement 2, we are given the range of Y to be between 100 and 200. Now there are two cases possible. The first is when the value of Y is equal to 101, and suppose X is equal to 1. Then the product of XY is equal to 101, which is less than or equal to 500. So in this case, we can answer the question with a definite no, that 500 calls cannot be processed at a particular time. But suppose the value of Y is taken as 100 or let's say is taken as 190 and X is taken as 10. Then in this case, the product of X and Y is equal to 1900, which is obviously greater than or equal to 500. And using this possibility, we can answer the question stem with a definite yes. Since we are getting two contradictory answers, we can conclude that statement 2 is insufficient. Hence the correct answer for this question is option A.